Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining us. I'm gonna make a few ephemera pieces today to go in our, let's see, I have two more journals in the City of Love series that I want to do for this month. One I've already got the cover for, the other one I still got to make the cover for it. So today there's a few ephemera pieces that I want to get done. And I've gone through basically my pink scrap box. And I'm going to look, this is what I called scrap. It was in a paper pad and I didn't use it. So when I got done playing in that paper pad, I just take all of the papers that's in it and I'll put it in whatever box. You know, this one could have been in a multicolored box, but, you know, I looked at it and the first thing I saw was pink, so that's how I separate it. So I'm going to take a few pieces off of that, and then these are just scraps, and I went through because I had pink, blue, green, teals, and colors and stuff like that that's in there. So I was like, well, I'm going to pull these out and start playing with them and make some ephemera pieces. So that's what we're going to work on today. Try our best to anyways. And then whatever scrap is left over from it, we're just going to take and make us a collage sheet out of the rest of this that I do not use. I got the shakes today for some reason. Yesterday I didn't do a video because, like I said, you know, I had to open Wednesday morning after closing a few days straight, and then I closed Tuesday night, open Wednesday, and then I said, well, when I got home yesterday, I ate and fell asleep, or I was trying to fall asleep, and my dog, I left my gate open because I answered a work phone call. Come back in, and my dog had jumped up on my bed and used the bathroom on my bed. He peed on my pillow because he was mad because I was going to go to bed and he wanted me to sit and play with him. And so he got grounded, got put in his house. And then, so I have, you know, backup covers or whatever. So I put those on the bed. My daughter, while I was waiting for my one covers to get washed, I fell asleep sitting straight up in the bed. So she washed my covers for me while I was sleeping. So I woke up last night probably around like 12 o'clock. I don't know. It was late. And my bed spread and pillowcases and all were laying over on the chair because she had washed them up for me. So then, after that, she was telling me that apparently at some point in time she had come to talk to me while I was in my sleeping of sitting straight up on the bed, to tell me that it apparently had started sleeting last night. She said, I woke up and looked at her and said, well, good, it must have warmed up when it got dark then. Now mind you, she just told me it was sleeping. And she said, yeah, you were quite entertaining tonight, Mama. I was like, that's what happens, you know, when I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm going to say. There ain't no telling. But yeah, it was comical after I woke up last night for her to tell me what all had happened, you know, while I was in a state of sleep. That the conversations that she's had with me and stuff. Now I do sleepwalk when I get extremely tired like that. She's like, so I've gone to her bedroom door, and we have doggy gates up, you know, at our doorways. And she's like, come stood at my door one night, said, love you. Okay. And I turned around and walked off. I was like, I don't know. I don't remember that. Don't have a clue. Then she said there was one night that I had come in her room and sat down on her piano bench and was sitting there just looking at her. You know, got up, walked out of the room, didn't say a word. So I was like, yeah, there's no telling what I'm gonna do sleepwalking. But I kind of started feeling a little sick yesterday again, like nasal stuff and this and that, and I don't know. I really do hope I'm not getting sick again. I'm so tired of being sick, y'all. It ain't even funny. But since they went off to go get some Starbucks a minute ago, and I told them to stop by and get me some Mucinex, because I still feel, you know, kind of short of breath. Still feeling like I still kind of got fluid on my left side. Really, really irritating. So I thought maybe I just needed to, you know, just get some rest, basically. So that's kind of what I was trying to do last night, was just rest. I'm just breaking this up right now to smaller pieces so we can do a collage later with it. I don't know if I'll do one this video or not, but once I get off of this video, making this video, I am going to work on collage sheets. So that's what's up here at the top, is like I have different arrays of book page, different colors and different shades of music. Now I did find on my printer that it had staff paper, so I printed off some of those last night. And then it had some pattern papers. This is like a real tone-on-tone rose background, so I thought I could do some stuff with that. And this was like a little filigree teal green, and then it had these blue roses with some little fern leaf looking things in it. So I thought that may be something that I could play with. So these, I'm just going to put them on 110-pound cardstock, make some journal cards out of them, and put them on that 110-pound cardstock to sturdy them up a wee bit. This was the plan for those, because I thought they'd be really pretty journal cards. But yeah, I don't know what's really going on. Feels like there's something in there in my lung area. So, and I haven't taken even cold medicine for like 4 or 5 days, and it seems like every time I stop taking the Mucinex DM, you know, it's like the fluid just starts developing back again. It's just so irritating. Oh. But hopefully we'll get the Mucinex. And I do have a, what is it? It's a mullein tincture. So I used that last night in my drink, in my Mountain Dew, or just so, you know, I can't stand the taste of it, to be honest with you, but it loosens up mucus in your system. It's a lung cleanse, and I feel better this morning, but you know, I'm still kind of hurting. And then last night, once I got up, I was really choked up. I really had a lot of excess sinus drainage and stuff, and I was just like, I am not going to get sick again. I'm just telling you, I ain't going to do it. So that's where I'm at right now. It's just on the denial train of not going to be sick again. Or try my best to you know, not to be sick. Whoopsie. So hopefully I'll get this Mucinex back in me and get to going with that, and I should be okay. think I'm just going to cut this with the cutter because, like I said, my hand's a little shaky today. I don't know why, but it may be too, like I said, where I was so tired and just, I mean, I was really just tired yesterday. Ugh. Yeah, so I think that's going to make a good little journal card for our stuff. We'll ink that up. I am going to have to cut around this because it's got that, I wanted that rose piece on there just because I thought it was pretty. So how is everyone doing? Are y'all hanging in with the storms and such? And in and around y'all's area? Our big old snowstorm was a bust. We didn't even get really, well, we did get a slight dusting to start off with yesterday. About 8 in the morning, it started snowing, you know, constantly snowing for about a good 10 to 15 minutes, and then it like was just looked like a blizzard type snow for about 20 minutes, and everything started turning white, and then it just quit. And that was the bulk of our snow yesterday. But now it did snow off and on throughout the day. But I'm going to try to save this scrap here so we can do something else. I might use those, but that's really thick cardstock, so it's not really good backing for like a backing paper. It's just backing for, you know, to make a good journal card sturdy. And I nipped this right here, so I gotta fix that a little bit. Round this up. So then this morning it started snowing again, and it was snowing, you know, pretty good. Everything started turning white. It was sticking, you know, and then it quit. It was just on, you know, the little clipper on the back side of the original storm that came through, basically. So yeah, our snowstorm was nothing. It was a bust, which I'm kind of glad it was. But you know, just to know to prepare yourself is the main thing. So the reason I think why they claimed it was so hard for them to predict what was going to happen in this snowstorm was because the one low that was coming across the country was supposed to interact with a low from the Gulf Coast, and then there's also supposed to have been a low developed off of the North Carolina coast that was going to, basically those two other lows were going to drain all of the moisture from the one low that was coming across the nation. And that's kind of what pretty much happened. But they were just waiting for the lows to develop before they actually tried to, you know, do a snow accumulation prediction. But, you know, they were still, even up to actually, while it was snowing, still trying to change the predictions of, oh, it's going to do this, oh, it's going to do that. So basically I'm like, well, why don't you just say that you don't really know what's going to happen, and you know, if the low develops, this will happen. If it doesn't develop, that will happen. Why don't you do that kind of meteorologist and say that instead of, oh, it's going to do this, oh, you're not going to get nothing. I mean, you know, I understand they go to school for that, but I also understand, you know, that the iffiness of weather prediction is something altogether in itself different. So I'd really much rather have a meteorologist meteorologists say, you know, hey, if this low develops over here, you know, you're not going to get anything in the mountains, you know, because the energy is going to suck itself over to the coast, and that would have been great. So there's two pretty journal cards we can have. I think those are going to be nice. This is a fairly thick cardstock, and you can actually write on that. So I think we're just going to try to cut this and do something with it itself, because I can cut that into a couple of different strips. So we cut it at 6. I think I might be able to make a few different. Let me get all this mess out of the way here. Whoops. I just slung that plumb over. So yeah, so a lot of times, you know, if you're a scrapbooker and you have all these scrapbooking pretty papers, go dig through your stash of scrapbook papers. That's normally where I start off at with trying to make ephemera pieces. All right. I think that's going to be really pretty. Now we can put, you know, decorations on the front. We can leave the piece just as it is. So I think I want to do like a 3-inch tag. I have a couple of 3-inch tags off of this one piece. Like, you know, separate tags, and I'd like to do like the folded tag and do that. If I can get this thing to fold here. Well, I think my mom and my daughter are back from the Starbucks run and the getting me some Mucinex, so the dog may bark here in a minute when they come in. So what I'm wanting to do is, you know, have like just a journal card. You can write on the inside of that really well. And then we're going to have tags. Now this here, I was wondering if we could do a pocket. I don't know, I may save this for something else. I don't know what I want to do with that piece yet. So I'm thinking I can do the same. Actually, let's do the same thing and just be done with it. You can dress it up different however you want. You don't have to use it all in one journal. Right. Do a couple of 3-inch for sure tags like we did with that one. This would also be pretty for Christmas too because of the lace in that. So I may do that. Put some pink Christmas things on it. That would be really pretty, wouldn't it? Yeah, because it's just pretty paper. So let's see. So now you can turn them this way. I think they would be exactly the same. Would they not? No. I don't know. Let me look. Because that's really non-directional, kind of, you know. That's what I'm looking at, the rose pattern, to see if it's non-directional. So we can have like that. And then this. Let me turn it. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. So I'm just trying to figure out the direction of the rose path there. And I've got papers every which way around me. Now this, I think, will be really pretty. I was thinking of cutting these and having these as tuck spots. is my thought. Like, you know, go fussy cut around this and have it as tuck spots maybe. Or we could, let's just cut it in half first and see what we can do with that. Let's just do that. So it's really, really cold in our area today. We got the wind chill right now. And before I sat down here, the wind chill was like, I think it said it was 17 degrees outside. So yeah, we got the good old cold weather. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take, this is gonna be journal cards. Let's see. We can take and split that right there. And that would be on the back side of it. You see what I'm saying? I think that would be pretty. That's my thinking anyways. I think that would be really pretty. Because all of these have, you know, it has the rose stuff in it. So I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. And I do not have the faintest idea of what paper pad these papers were in. So, and I know they're fairly old paper pads. Okay. And then this one, see, it has the rose pattern in it as well. Just beautiful. And it has that on the back. So I thought about cutting this down and making, trying to make a page out of that, like a center page. I don't know. I think I may keep and just hang on to that because it's pretty. But I think that would be really pretty to make a page out of that. So let's do that. Let's cut it at 8.5. Trying to line this up here. For some reason, the bottom and the top don't want to look the same to me. So then that will give us a strip there to cut that in half, 2 tags. So we got our pages are 11, so we can cut this bit here off. Or actually we can fold that in. Yeah, we could fold that over. Where's my scory thing? Let me see. See, that looks completely crooked, does it not? I don't know if it's the pattern's messing with me or what. I don't know. It looks pretty much crooked to me. So then we can glue that top and bottom and have us a side tuck there. We'll just make us a page out of that one. That's going to be really pretty. Which we could have done that with this here as well, but, you know, hindsight. Always hindsight. And so then that will be a page in a journal. And then you can have your tuck spot over here. And that would be cute. I like that piece. that's a good one. Let me stick you up here. Alright, so then this one, we're just going to cut it in half. Ouch, it's 6. And the reason why I wanted to do this video particular today was because a lot of people are like you say you use, so I want that on the top, and then we'll put something down here. And then they'll have this as the thing, and then we'll put a label there. So I've had quite a few direct message questions about how I use my scrapbooking paper in my journals. And this is how. I don't think any of these are double-sided. Now, if it's thinner scrapbooking paper, you know, you can take and glue it together. See, isn't that beautiful? You can take, and that's so pretty. You can take and glue it together. And I want that one there. And make your own that one's pretty too. So then we'll have these 3 papers. Let's cut those down. And even though they're plain on the back, you can always put a full page pocket on it to decorate that up. No big problem. Okay. I want this definitely, so we need to measure from there. Okay. So I'm going to cut this right here because that's kind of even, and this will just put in our scrap paper. I'm not really worried about trying to save as much as that because I want this middle section as my main focus for my page. You see what I'm saying? Yep. And then see where this is more kind of like the 2, so I'm going to flip it this way and we'll measure it at 11. Which actually we could cut right here and make that a shorter page. Why don't we do that to make it look kind of the same on both sides? How about that? So let's scoot it over here, eyeball where this is cut at, and it looks like it's about right here. About right in the middle of that. And then we can make us a tag journal card or use as scrap. So now this, we'll flip this over and we can fold this, and that'll be a short page in the journal. I think that's going to be pretty. Yep, we got it about in half. Ooh, we did get it straight in half, didn't we? Yep, I like that. Okay, so then that's a page in a journal. And then we can put a whole page pocket on the white part to cover that up. So we're using our scrapbook paper to do that with. Now let's see on this one. Where do we want our focus? Doesn't kind of really matter to me. I would like to have this here and that right there. Alright, so let's eyeball. Let's see. That's not the cutting side. Alright, in order to get where I got to, on this side, if I cut here, it's going to be about the same, and this will be the middle piece. So let's cut right here where this starts. And that 8.5 from the cut piece here will be right here. So this is going to be my page. It's what I'm looking at. not really measuring. I'm just, because I know that my page is 8.5, so I start from where the cut side will be and put it to 8.5, and that's how I'm centering my paper. And so then we flip it around this way, and we do measure on this side to go to 8.5, and we cut. And it should be, the section that I want should be pretty much centered up. Yep. There we go. So the flutery is pretty much centered up there. Now on this is 12 inches, so we still need to cut. I think I'm just going to do a 1/2 inch off of each side, basically, is what I'm wanting to do. Make it simple, because then I won't have one side have more decorative on the other side. Does that make sense? And a lot of times with this thinner scrapbooking paper, this is kind of what I do. Or I'll take and glue them together, make it thicker if I wanted to do a 12 by 12 sheet. And so then that will be a 8.5 by 11 journal page that we can add into one of our signatures coming up. Because I had gone through, like I said, and pulled a bunch of scrapbooking papers that went with that Shabby Dabby Doodah kit, the Paris. And then so I think these will go well with that. So then I would put this one in the front one, this one in the middle signature, and then the other paler reddish pink would be in the last signature. So that's how I'm trying to explain how I use my scrapbooking paper in with my kits. So I hope that helps for any of the questions that people asked or had or was curious about how I intertwine my my scrapbooking paper in with my journal paper or my journal kits that you get from Etsy. So, and this may put this in the center of that one. But yeah, so then this one, we open it up and we can have on either side a full page pocket, and the same with this to cover up the white. Or we could take, this is why I pulled these, we can take these colors that is in that kit. There's green, pink, blue, teal. So we can take these and cut it and put that in there. Or you can fold it in half, add it as a tip in, or you can take it and attach it and add it as like a folded out pocket. So you could fold it in half and do like this, and then have this as a top tuck pocket, and have it as a attach it to the page and flip it out. So that's why I said with the Shabby Dabby Doodah kit, it's going to be a lot of work and stuff that I wanted to do in journals and I haven't done in journals, just to experiment to, for myself, basically. No other reason than that, just for myself, trying to teach myself new techniques, basically. So that one, those are a few pages that I wanted to add into that journal. Now I want to get back to these journal cards here that we cut and the tags. So this we could take and put, you can write on that, and I love that. So then when you put it in a journal, if you would like, so like say your pocket, this is not how I'm going to use it, but say this is your pocket, so you can put it in this way and it'd be pretty and decorative, or you can put it in that way, which that would be really pretty as well. So that was my thinking on that. And this, yes, it's a lot of the same journal card type type situations and a lot of the same tags, but you know, it's 2 different journals. So I'm making a piece for one journal and a piece for the other journal. Does that make a little more sense now? Because I'm like, everybody's like, oh, you're making the same thing for the whole journal. No, it's two journals. I'm making pieces for both journals. So these I think will go really pretty in both journals. That one looks like I cut it a little different. Okie doke. Alright, so one of them is going over here, one's going in the other one. So then now we have two tags and a journal card for both journals. Well, actually 3. Well, Knucklehead used to keep putting the same stuff. So that's probably why everybody's like, well, that's the same thing. Yeah, because I keep putting it all together. So we got a set of tags and a journal card for one, a set of tags and a journal card for the other one. Let's see, these kind of came out a little different in sizes. Let's try to get the same size pieces. Why, I don't know, but they did. I think it was just because where I was trying to cut those, and it came out a little different. Well, that one's still a little shorter, is it not? Wow, did I really cut that off? Yep, that's okay. Come here. Okay, so now these, one's going to be a tag and one's going to be a tag and the other. Come here, paper. I don't know if y'all can hear our wind howling out here. It's nuts. So then on this, I can put a fussy cut, and that's my decorative piece up there, is what I'm thinking. And then on this one, we can put us a label up here, and that'd be our decorative piece on this one. So hopefully, I think that's going to be really pretty in the journals. Then, like I said, you know, if we don't use them in these journals, that's fine. We'll just put them in, you know, in our pre-mades, and we'll just be fine and dandy and happy with that. And these here, I'm just going to fix as journal cards and round the corners on them. Now, one I will leave plain. One I will decorate up. And I may take a couple of them and flip them over and use these as the tuck spots. Like these two here, I'm going to keep just for the moment because I'm thinking about cutting this out and using it as a tuck spot, so I don't know. So I'm going to not round the corners on these yet. We're going to see what we want to do, and I'm going to leave that in my to-do box facing out towards me so I'll know, hey, look at this. Oh, I got the static cling on me today. So we got that set and then that set for both journals. I think that's going to be fun. So now let's dig out our fussy cut bits, because I got them hid way down in here. And I've been working on doing some more collage papers and stuff like that, so I got all my fussy cuts hid in the very bottom of this. And this is the Uhu I have left, so y'all can, I've been trying to get through it, just trying to use it up. That's why I've been working on making collage sheets when I'm not on camera, is just trying to get through that stuff. So I'm going to put that there, because I don't want to take away from a whole bunch of other stuff on that. And seeing some of this, I think, is just a little busy. So I'm thinking maybe we could tuck a little bit there in the corner, maybe with a label, not to take away from the whole background. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe we could do that. Yeah, just kind of put it in a corner, just, you know, or maybe we could take and put just like the stamp piece. That's not going to be, you can't see that in that background. What about that one? Not really either, so we'll put that back up. But yeah, I was just like, I would really want to do a little bit of that. Then we have these bits here that match the teacup one, that match the papers and what is it? The actual journal kit that's going to be in that one. And yes, of course, Snoop Dogg's got to bark. I'm just going to get that out of that right there. Excuse me for the coughing fit. But yes, I think that's going to be pretty there. Oh, hush up, Snoop. The wind's blowing, so, you know, the leaves or whatever's blowing around in the yard, he's sitting at the front door fussing about that, and that's what he's up to right now. Put the lid on this here. Put it. Oh goodness, Snoop. You're gonna make a fuss, ain't you? I'm sorry about him, y'all. He just wants attention, I think. He's just wanting attention. And where this is a kind of it's thick enough, but not thick. And I didn't back it on anything. And you can write on that. I think I'm not going to put lacy bit toppers on it. On these, I think is what I'm just going to do. See, and I like that. I think that's simple and pretty. Let's get this here. Fussy cut it out of here. Oh, and then I got my crock pot filled up with what is it? Chicken and dumplings. That's what I'm waiting on to get done cooking right now. Because I said I went and got us stuff for our grocery order to make vegetable soup and chicken and dumplings, you know, just in case we did get, you know, or the snow that they was claiming we were going to get. So then we'd have, you know, a crock pot full of soups to eat on until we got thawed out and could get out or what have you. And so it'll feed 2 or 3 people, you know, for 3 or 4 days. So it's like, well, one day we could have the vegetable soup. The next night we could have the chicken soup, basically, or the chicken dumplings. And so that way we're not eating the same thing. Cause like last time we ate the vegetable beef soup for like 3 days. And trust me, when we got done and thawed out to where we could get out of the driveway, we went and got us something else to eat. I mean, it was good, and yes, we ate on it and loved it, but, you know, 3 days of eating a vegetable soup, you was just like, I want something different. But, you know, sometimes that's kind of what you got to do, is be, you know, cost friendly and you know, all of that stuff. Just make, you know, you see those posts, the memes, when this pot comes out, you know you're eating the same thing for 3 days. It was one of those moments. But yeah, so, but this time I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the chicken dumplings tonight. I'll eat that with some mashed potatoes and some biscuits. I think that'll be real good. Okay, so let's get you down here away from the others. And I want you right about there. And I want that like up underneath it. Kind of like that. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. That is turning out really good. So I hope this is helpful for, you know, hints and tricks and what you can do with your scrapbook paper that you've got a hoard of, where you buy and you're just like, oh, it's so pretty, but then you're into kits as well. So you can go through and pick out some scrapbook papers that will go along with your journal kits. And am I even in frame? Yeah. I was like, am I even in frame here? So then that way, you know, you can have different variety in your journals, and it still be beautiful and not take away from the creativity of the person that did the kit. So, you know. I don't know, sometimes when I find really pretty kits and stuff, a real pretty fabric, and you know, I want to do the fabric, the kit, and the whole thing justice, so it intimidates me in my skill set. So then I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I did that justice, or, you know, or what have you. But, you know, you sit and you craft and you make things, individual things like these. We're making these, you know, and I've got the kit and the journal pages and everything, and I've showed those, but I'm not setting and match. You know, it's not matchy to exactly to the kit. It's color tones that, you know, are in the kits and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm trying to go off of, is the color tone that will match. Oh, I just tore that, so we just cut it anyways. So I'm going with the color tones that will be in the kits. Oh, I think that's going to be pretty there. And what I do with the little labely bits. Did I hide them from myself? Yeah, I did. Put them back in the bag and stuck them over here in the corner. That's what I done with them. I'm going to do the same right here with that. I think that'll be cute. I know it's awful busy on my desk. I'm sorry for that. But I think these will be great additions to our journal kit and not take away from it. I think it'll be quite pretty. I'm going to ink around this so I can put that down, because I kind of want to make sure where this is going before I put this down. Well, it'd help if I rolled the glue up to use it. And I am liking this Elmer's purple glue quite a bit, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to put that about right there is where I want to see that at. And I think I want this kind of like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep. Oh, I think that's pretty. Yep, I like that one. That one turned out good too. And see, that's the one that has the grid on the back, and you can easily write on that. So I think I'm going to call that a video. I'm going to get off of here and go check on my supper, and so I can get this video up real quick for Thursday, because I did not shoot one for Thursday. So I was wanting to just try to do one this afternoon real quick while I was getting my supper going. So let me get this out of the way real quick like. And I think the rest of my night, I'm going to try to finish these up, make a few bits of ephemera for them. Because this is the birds that's in that, the one that's got the teacups in it. Remember the kit had the little birds on it and stuff. So I think that will go with this here. Alright, so we cut this 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper apart. We got us a set of tags. We got 4 tags and 2 double-sided journal cards. So we did that just to show you what you can do with your scrapbooking papers. And we already made this one here and decorated it, so it is ready to go. And then we cut another 12 by 12 piece of paper apart. And we got all of these pieces out of it. We rounded these. We haven't decorated those yet. I hadn't decided what we want to do with these yet. But we took and made a journal card and fancied it up a little bit there. I think that'll work. And then, what did I do with all these bits? Huh. Oh, yeah. I'm done losing it. I was like, what do we do with the rest of these bits? We made a page to go in a journal with it. Crazy. Yeah, I'm really sitting here looking for the rest of the tags and journal cards of this paper. We made us a center page with a tuck spot on it to go in our journal. And then we took these 2 papers and cut them down to make add-ins and tip-in spots in our journals in our signatures. And then we had a leftover tag off of a 4-inch strip that we cut to 6 inches, and then we just put a topper on that. You can write on the back of that. It's really pretty. So yeah. And then we started off with the collaged up sheet that I wanted to pull these pieces out and make journal cards out of them to go in our journals as well. And then we'll use the rest of that paper to make a actual, you know, that's what I'm saying. When you have a collage sheet, if you pull pieces out of it, yeah, you know, then yes, use it, the rest of it for a collage sheet. But just to sit down to tear a sheet of that's already collaged up to make a new collage, I don't do that. Because it's already collaged and someone worked really hard to make it a collage sheet, so I appreciate it. But these here were bits in that piece that I was like, ooh, those would make beautiful journal cards. So, okie doke. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't too boring. And, but we're just working on getting our ephemera built up and getting it ready for our journals. And that's all I'm doing right at the moment. Now, there is quite a bit of ephemera that I have made. And these here are finished, so I'm going to put them in my finished ephemera box over here. So the rest of this will go into this bag to be finished. And like I said, we may not use all of these in these journals. We may use them in other journals, you know, no biggie. But that's what you can do with your scrapbook paper, leftover scrapbook paper that, you know, you've exhausted what you wanted to do out of the paper pad, and you have really pretty pages left over. That's all this was pretty pages left over. And I just put it in my pink paper box. So, you know, and I just went through it and pulled it out and was like, oh yeah, that'll go with this kit. Sure enough. So thank you all. Y'all have a good day. Y'all be careful and stay warm. We'll see you tomorrow.